Do you feel the electricity in the air? It is electric fields.
Oh, do we feel it?
Yes.
We're massive fans of you. We love you so much. We love your skin, everything that you say, like your articulation and your eye and your ear, like all of your senses to everyone's songs.
Oh my God.
Like you're like so special and healing in that space. So thank you so much. You're like godfather of like, you are, or godmother, whichever one. Got them.
Compliments keep flowing. You are too nice, the two of you, honestly. And I want to start by asking about your friendship, your relationship. How did you meet?
Well, we actually met about 13 years ago, but Electric Fields Energy was born 8 years ago. Ooh. So it began, the lecturer at Zaachariaha Uni wanted Z to sing her songs and she needed a music producer. That's how we met in the Adelaide Hills in a beautiful home that had koalas out the back, a veranda out the front, and as we arrived they said, "G'day, mate." So that's how it started. And then 5 years later, Z called me up. We started creating music together, and that is when this energy was born.
So it was almost like Match.com, like a professional matchmaker in a way.
It was Match, but it just all made sense because we were going through what we were going through and trying to figure ourselves out as moving people, and just, you know, when the brain is like being challenged by outside world, and we were looking for something. We were looking for friendship, relationship, looking for a home almost, and we did find that Electric Fields put that together because there's me and Michael, and then we always make room for this other thing that comes through that is the fabric of Electric Fields as well. So the relationship is just so special, and you learn the art of relationship, and you learn the strengths and the weaknesses to it, and then you just step in. We haven't really reflected on our whole career as Electric Fields because we've just been on all the time, going on. After this experience, we're leaving for we'll have a bit of a rest, and then we'll go to New York, and then Washington. We'll do some songwriting sessions because we're working on our album next year, and then the symphony orchestras. Like, we just keep going and sharing our love with the with people that are drawn to where it came from, and we're still figuring that out as well. And I love learning. I really am in a really good place. We are in a good place, and our audience, we can feel it when they're in a curious space. I think that's one of the strengths that we have, is that we bring the table. We are not the head of it, but we provide something. But the rule is to not have a conclusion when you leave from the space, because it's supposed to be investigated, digged, and go deeper and deeper. And that's what's so beautiful about One Milkali, because One Milkali is only speaking for people on their temporariness, because you are only in here for a short period of time. And Mother Earth, she's the one that buries you. She's your last blanket for you. And it's just, I love that One Milkali is shown at the moment now, because it was 2000 and whatever's twin sibling, so they were born together.
Did you really?
Yeah, so we wrote One Milkali and 2000 whatever at the same time, and because of course Australia decides, and Australia became second to the beautiful Kate Miller-Heidke. But if you have a listen to the opening line of One Milkali, yes, we refer to the mystic mathematics of the spiral of the Fibonacci ratio.
0.618.
Right?
0.618. I like how you say zero though.
What do y'all say, Zed?
0.618.
You like those O's, honey.
But hey, let me finish, because the other thing that I stand in the eye of the spiral refers to is standing in the center of the Eurovision stage and referring to the Eurovision stage as the spiral, and that center spotlight with the millions swirling around that behind the camera.
Wow. You know what I love is when you ask a question to Electric Fields, you get an essay. You get an essay.
Well,
no, it's great.
You get an essay.
right?
Yeah,
You get Wikipedia.
you don't have to probe. It's like it just comes flowing out. Now, question, your relationship, this beautiful friendship, this musical collaboration, a lot of it is built on culture. And, you know, you come from a special place, maybe that isn't known to people abroad. Could you tell us about where you come from and how that influences your musical collaboration?
Yes, so I'm from Central Australia. I'm from a remote community called Milkali, and it's a 200 capacity people that live in that community. So it's very rural, it's very desert. So
Like red sand.
and English language, and that's why I'm loving being in Malmö, is because English is like second or third language, and it's because it's just a really interesting language. But anyway, I'm from
Zaachariaha's third language.
It's your third language. I won't even ask about your fluency level on the others because you are a chatterbox.
Well, I learned that from like being in the Western world and trying to understand it, because we in Australia, like, it's very hard for Aboriginal people to make it make sense with the Western and the conditioned mind concept and their way of thinking on what love is supposed to be, what is romance, what is the self-esteem, the relationship with all of the English words. It makes it very, very complicated. In Pitjantjatjara and Yankundara language, the way you respond and engage, it's very simple. It's very direct. It's the energy of yes and it's the energy of no. But with
some for
English,
us?
yeah, I will. But in English, it's very set up. Like, it's a very, one word can mean more than one thing.
Okay.
Like in our language and the way we think of that word, it's just very direct. Pero angay Pitjantjatjara mo yan kunjara uang kabe kangay mimli langro kangay kuan yang pukul pamulava.
Oh, I love that rhythm.
Yes, it's you pick it up. You were doing a reaction again, a reaction video.
Let's do this.
Give a second.
The way she used her tongue, it was so articulate.
Well, that's why I'm always, got a part-time at that. Never mind.
We are going to move right along. Now, listen, 2024. Okay, 2024. Do you feel that one Milkali, one blood, even if it was written back in the day, it still has importance for today?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is a timeless theme. It's a timeless idea, and it's something that, like, obviously there are many reasons why we always need to remember this, but when we wrote this song 5 years ago, it needed to be remembered. And if we had written it, 100 years ago, it would have needed to be remembered, because we do live in a very us and them world. We do live in a very tribalized, societal, modern world, but that's not new. And that's why we refer to these mystic mathematics that you see mirrored in the great galaxies and in the smallest of blooms, because if even the giant galaxy and the tiny flower are connected, then surely the human family is even more deeply connected. So that's why we say the two languages with one blood.
Oh my God, there are two more languages actually in your song. Fleetwood Mac and the Janets.
They're movements.
Yeah.
That's movements in the
They're not
song.
icons, they're planets.
Now tell us.
We were going to change the lyrics. Do you want to sing the change lyrics? This is fun.
Escape with us to the planets, the Celine Dion's and the Abbas.
We asked if we could change it, but we said no.
But
We wanted to just make it make sense in the moment, in the room.
I love how Janet could be Janet, or it could apply to any old
Janet.
like Janet, like Karen, It's fantastic. But why those two artists? What about them spoke to you?
All the boys and the girls, look at that. Well, because Janet is
Nice package, all right.
Yeah.
But I don't have to write it tonight.
all the boys and party, look at that body, shaking that thing like you never did see, but just nice package, all right. Edit. Oh my gosh, she's the right person. It's that energy. She's the fabric of, I feel, in the pop music, in black music. She's the queen. Like I think I'm just being biased because I really love the sorrow and the joy of how she came out and smashed it and then did it for the elites. And Fleetwood Mac is just a real calming thing for a lot of people's spirits. A long drive on the short highway in our community, anyways, back in Australia, I mean, that long drive, they're the type of people you listen to, the Dolly Partons, the Tracy Chapmans, like you want to listen to the whole album, and they tell a story. They tell the story from the beginning to the end, and you're tuned in and you're crying. I like all of those. I like feelings. The songs aren't written like that anymore, and I think Janet's and the Fleetwoods, like that 80s era, they are such gifts, and it was so nice to just sneak them in one Milkali. So I'm very, 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 very happy.
Now, another gift is your staging here at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024 in Malmö. Please tell us, is it a stellar universe? Is it like Interstellar? Are we seeing stars? Is it a rock cut open? What is that behind you?
Well, I will let Z answer this, but I will say, is it a close-up of a single blood cell? Is it a deep space spiral? Or is it a teaching space of cultural songs from Zaachariaha's community that Zaachariaha painted, and it has been brought to life? So we're dancing inside of one of Zaachariaha's paintings.
Oh my goodness, the levels and the layers. Which layer are you on?
I'm on all of the layers, and shout out, I'm going to be in Germany soon for my first ever international exhibition. So I will send you stuff and you pass it on. Link
Hello, Deutschland.
All the Germany people. But like the artwork, it's nice for us to be inside the work because it represents innocence and the relationship between grandparents and that grandchild. And where I painted that work from was a song ground where the grandparents do teach the children to put the walka on, which is the body design, and then the oti, like the movement of it all, like, and its relationship with nature, and its care for Ngora, which is the country, and to just be one with that. So it's nice to have that on stage with the one Milkali message, two things just coming together, and then we've got all of our elements doing what we're doing, and we're just going to have a real good celebratory moment on the stage. The stage, the intentions that we're going in with this performance for One Milkali is an invitation to sit inside of joy and to sit inside of sorrow and to move with it, glide with it, and then take what you need from it and then maneuver, like keep going. And I feel like I recommend, like with all of the performers that are going to be performing on the night and entertaining all these people, look at it as if it's a gallery exhibition. Just watch the art. You don't have to say anything. Don't have any comment. Just feel what the palette is doing, what the movement is doing. It's all choreography, internal choreography, and the way that this artist, you got to respect them. You got to love them. And they're coming from a really powerful place, and we and yourself, we all operate in a very nice that consciousness that is so beautiful that anyone has access to.
And people have access to one gorgeous sculpture on your stage, and that is you. Your gown. Please tell us why you chose that shape, how it enhances the performance.
Yes, I designed that with my dear friend Kaya. She's here. We got to do a shout out to her.
Shout out to Kaya.
Where are you? No, she isn't.
Our very own Run Lola Run.
Oh, there she is. She just moved. It's just that spiraling shape, just the movement, and then like all the edges of it. It just looks so gorgeous. I really love the outfit. I think it's sharp. It's got a future. I don't know what we're going to do. I think we're going to play around with fashion for a little bit as well in the near future. And with our lyrics, we can pluck it off of that and then turn an outfit out of the songs, if that makes sense, out of melody.
Turning up, turning out. Now listen, there's a whole sea of people here who want to have a Q&A with you. They want to take pictures with you. So I have one final question, or rather a request. Could you please sing a little bit of your song for the people at home?
The one that we're doing?
As you wish.
One Milkali.
Yeah, one Milkali.
You do it, Mala. You want to do it?
Where are the singers? Can we get the singers?
Can we get the singers?
Yeah. We'll do the a cappella version. We'll do the a cappella version. Where's my chakra open? I want to open it.
My chakra's open. Get in my chakra, girl. Absolutely.
fellow
Let's just pass the mic. Let's pass the mic.
Hello.
Shout out to the people.
Hi.
Let them know this is Simi Vawata.
Yes, I'm Simi, and I'm one of the vocalists for Electric Fields.
Oh, hi. Hello, Fred Leone. On
Oh yeah, can you give us?
Yigi Yigi Yiraki.
Oh my God, can we?
Hi, I'm AJ. I'm one of the BVs for Electric Fields.
And with
And I'm Brendan, the third backing vocalist for Electric Fields.
I'm gonna get on the floor and y'all can sing. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
We'll come down and join you.
Are we going to do from the beginning?
Is there a section? Because we're only doing a section, aren't we?
yeah, well,
Let's in the acapella where we all did the.
oh, we do it all together. All right, yeah. You want to come down? Come here.
You reckon?
Okay, yeah, from there.
Yeah.
Is that the right? Have we got? Is that the right key? We're happy there. We happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we harmonising or just?
No, like the acoustic one. Well, 1, 2, 3.
I stand in the eye of the spiral, one of them billion millions. My soul slips away from its title, one of them billion millions.
Giving us life, one blood. Electric Fields, thank you so much. Thank you. So nice to see you. We're gonna take a photo before you go.